Okay. So we'll actually start on the mat today. So you can come down. We're pretty upright most of the session yesterday, but today we're going to start with one knee down, one leg in front of you, and you can double up the mat under the knee. And what we'll start off with, 3 just moving in and out, opening up the hip flexor, opening up the back. We'll do that 15 times. This is also a good exercise to do before you go for a run, or even at night, just to, before you go to bed, to open up the areas that traditionally get tight when you sit a lot.
Okay.
And just 2 more. And last one. Okay. And then bring your arms up. So your right leg is in front, left foot back, and then lean to the right. And do that 15 times. And 5 more. Okay, and then switch legs. So left leg in front and right leg in the back. So you're on the knee and your foot is flat. And go in and out of this hip flexor stretch 15 times. So at the beginning of a workout, we stretch dynamically, so we don't hold for too long. So we want the muscle to lengthen, but also still to contract. So it doesn't just stay in that vulnerable position where it's elongated. 5 more. Good. And then keep the arms above your head and lean to the left. And back to center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more. And 5 more. Okay, good. So now we'll add some strengthening. So you'll come onto all fours. And from here, you're going to tuck your toes, press your hips up, and then lift one leg, bring it into your chest 10 times. And without coming back down off your arms, switch to the other leg. Up. And then come down onto all fours. Do a few circles to the right before we go back to the hip. We'll do 5 to the right. And then reverse 5 to the left. And then come onto your elbows and we'll do a similar movement. So you're on your elbows and then you lift your hips. So there's an arch in your back. And then you will lift one of your legs from hip level a little higher. So it's really intense on the glutes. So arms down. Start by raising your hips. And then this leg just lifts, comes down a bit, lifts, comes down a bit. 3, 4, 5, point your toes. 10 more. 5 more. Good. And then come down. So for this one, take a little bit of time. And then push back up. Arms are still on the ground on your forearms. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Up. 2, 3 for 15. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 more. And then come back down. Quick child's pose. So your knees are wide. Good. Come onto all fours. And then from here, we're going to work both the core and the glutes by bringing the elbow to the knee, extending out 10 times, in and out, and 3, 4, 5. Good, and then switch sides. Left elbow to right knee, 10 times. Good, and then do a little bit of a few cat and cows. So sometimes when we work the glutes, inhale, drop, exhale, push out, and do that twice more. Last one.
What?
Okay. We're going to bring the right leg forward again. And the hands are inside that right leg. You're going to step your right leg back. Plank. Left leg forward. Left leg back. Right leg forward. Back. Forward. We're doing 20 total. And I'm going to do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can turn and face me. And then stand up. So from here, we're going to work the glutes a little more and then start stretching them in about 10 minutes. Okay, so we're going to step to the right and then lift our left leg up, balance. Step up with both feet, come down low, up, balance. This is familiar, doesn't hurt repeating it. And one more. Good. And then the other way. Stepping with the left, pulling the right leg in. Balance. 2, 3, 4, 1 more. Okay. And then I want you to turn your toes out. So yeah, play squats are my favorites. They're really good working the glutes. What we'll do today is we'll stay low and we'll just pulse. We'll pulse for 45 seconds. So keep your knees tracking out and to the side. Don't let them collapse in. And pay attention to your feet. Same thing. So you don't want your feet to collapse in like that. We have 30 seconds left. Stay nice and low. This should start burning. We have 20 seconds left. Maybe come a little lower. Little lower. 8 seconds. Move everything into your glutes. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then we'll do the same thing, similar at least, with in a normal parallel squat. So your feet are pointing forward. Don't turn them out to the side. Come down. Stick your bum out. And then from here, you're going to lift your heels. Lower your heels. Come down and lower. And just a little up. Heels up, heels down. Almost to 90 degrees, back to 45. Up, down, low, 45. Heels, bum. Heels, bum. We'll do 10 more. Heels, bum, heels. I'll do 2 more. Down and down. Good. So that put some fire in the thighs, hopefully as well as the glutes. And now to shake it all out, we'll do a minute of jumping jacks. Enjoy this. This is supposed to be fun, easier than what we just did. A lot of legs. We have 20 seconds left. Pop your feet out wider. We have 10 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Okay. Now I'll ask you to have one leg in front. So as if you were trying to stretch out your hamstring. We're not quite at the stretching yet. So instead, you'll have the straight front leg. Bend your back knee and then come forward. Bend your back knee. Come forward, lift the back leg, bend your back knee, forward. So you're engaging the glute muscle that lifts We'll do 15 of those. So this front leg just has the weight shifted onto it. And I'll do 5 more. And last one. Okay. And then switch legs. So for me, that's the left leg in front, back knee bends, and then lifts, bend, lift 15 times. Bend, lift. You'll feel that in the glute, to some extent in the back. Five more. Okay. And then step your, oh good, yeah, it should also help with your hamstring. In general, hamstring pain is usually a result of weak glutes. I know, because whenever I start running more or moving more, the first thing that pops up for me is pain in the hamstring, sort of in the deep hamstring and then in the attachment further up. So whenever I do these exercises, that ends up feeling better. So we'll finish up of the more dynamic things by doing jump squats, and then we'll stretch out the hips really nice and open them up. So jump squats, we'll only do 10, but what you're trying to do is when you lift up, fully squeeze and push your hips forward. So often when people just do jump squat after jump squat, you end up feeling that in the thighs, which is, it's just a different type of workout, but it's not really explosive. And often what you see, especially as people are coming back down, is that this area doesn't engage anymore, and there's a bit of wobble. So for the next 10, you just want to keep your glutes fully engaged. And so you're coming down and jumping up, down, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5. Last one. Okay, good. All right, and then let's stretch. So bend your right knee, catch your breath, extend out to the side, and the left leg is straight. So you're stretching out the inner thigh, and this should feel good on the back as well. Then come across to the other side. This is all gentle. Now extend both legs and see if you can bring your hands down. If that's not possible, keep them up here. And then really relax your head down. So from the top of your head, through your neck, through your spine, through your lower back. Not trying to hold yourself up. And from here, if you can, so if your hands are up here, just look over towards your right shoulder, and that might be enough. If your hands are on the ground, either place one hand on the lower back or fully extend that arm up. And then switch. So the other hand comes down. You lift one arm or you place it on your lower back. Gentle twist. Bring that hand down. Slowly come up. Cross your right leg in front of your left leg. Sink down. So it doesn't seem like much, but if you can just relax into that left hip. So if your right leg is on top, there's a little bit of a stretch in the left hip if you go really nice and low. And then twist a little to the right. If you can't do that freestanding, you can hold it. And then switch sides. So still gentle stretches. Left leg crosses in front. Bend both knees. So your right foot is flat on the mat. The left foot has the back heel up. And then you really lean onto that top thigh. Gentle hip opener. We'll intensify it in just a moment. Twist a little to the left. And then come out of this one. Come back to the first side. Find something that you can hold on to. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. And then holding on to that structure, reach your hips back. So you can do that with a fairly straight knee and just look back at your thighs. And if that's enough, you stay right here. You can also come down lower and really push your hips back. And then switch. So your left ankle crosses over the right knee. You can stay a little further upright. Or to intensify it, you can bend your right knee more and push your hips back. And slowly come out of this one. Then come to sit on the ground. And start off with the soles of your feet together. Knees out wide. Back is straight. We want to create a balance between stretching out the inner thigh and the outer hip. Not everything is related to the outer hip. Like a lot of people want to do hip openers, but we neglect the groin, which can also pull on the back and on the pelvis. Leg across. For many people, this might be a really easy stretch. For some, not so much. So bring the right ankle either really close in towards you, which might be a little more accessible, or you can bring it out towards the knee. And then as you can see, my knee rides up. But you want to lean forward and get more of that outer hip stretch. You can also twist. And then let's switch sides. So bring the right leg in all the way towards your groin. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. And then you stretch this out by leaning forward. And then you can add a twist.
Okay, turn off now, please. Turn off.
And then just cross your legs in front of you, so in a relaxed way, so nothing on top of the knees here. And lean over towards one side. Walk your hands to the front, drop your head. And then over to the other side. And then cross the other foot in front. So if you had your right leg in front, still a relaxed cross-legged seat, left leg in front, lean to one side, so the same thing. And then to the front, drop your head. And then over to the last side. This was lower leg prehab, rehab with a big focus. And yeah, as I said yesterday, I really hope you are all safe, and I hope you're hanging in there from a mental health perspective. This is not an easy time. And I will, do my contribution by keeping you guys moving and hopefully helping you with some of these stretches at the end, because I know there's a lot of tension that we hold physically as well. So sending lots of love to everyone and hoping to see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. And then we have 2 more 7:30 a.m. classes. Okay, take care. Bye.